landscape. My guest today is Anshuk Agarwal, co-founder of AdYogi. AdYogi is a marketing automation software that helps e-commerce businesses acquire customers online through Facebook and Google Ads. Anshuk is an alumnus of IIT Bombay and the Indian School of Business. He has been running AdYogi for more than 6 years. In our conversation, we discuss which businesses can benefit from online lead generation activity, costs and results to expect, and best practices to follow. I hope you enjoy my conversation with Anshuk. Hi Anshuk, welcome to the Modern SME.
Hi Anchal, very happy to be a part of Modern SME. I feel that in the COVID situation, every SME today has to be more open to online, and I feel which is going to be the focus of our discussion today.
Sure, great. Maybe we could start with what online lead generation means in the first place.
Absolutely. So the way I see it is there are different kinds of businesses. Okay, certain businesses, these are the online businesses where the entire conversion happens online. So let's say you're selling fashion online, shoes online. Your customer can come to your website and complete the purchase. Okay, but not every business is like a pure online business. There are many businesses where the actual conversion happens offline, which means the customer needs to visit your site to buy a property. The customer needs to visit your school to enroll an admission. They need to visit your restaurant. They need to visit your gym or spa. So in those cases, when we are doing an online marketing, you need some connection to get the customer from the online world to the offline world. And the way that happens today is via lead generation, where you actually show an ad to the customer on platforms like Facebook and Google. The customer comes to your website or landing page, gives their phone number and email ID, and then you contact the customer on email and phone and get them to your offline world. So online lead generation is for businesses where the actual conversion or the purchase or the customer interaction happens offline.
Okay, so you mean if a business is a completely offline business, they do not have a website and they do not have any e-commerce store, even then they could get leads from this online lead generation.
Absolutely. In fact, that's a great point, Anchal. In general, if you want to generate leads online, you don't necessarily need to have a very heavy online presence. So what I mean by heavy is you don't necessarily need to have a very good website, or even you don't need a website. The way lead generation works today is what you need is some sort of a Facebook page or an Instagram page or a Google account. And when people see your ad on these platforms, they can click on those ad copies. They can come to something called a microsite or a landing page. Now, this microsite could be one single page. Think of it like a pamphlet which you have, but the only difference of this microsite is also as an option to put in your phone number and email ID. So it's like a pamphlet which has a form in it. Okay, and that is all that is required to generate leads online. You don't need to have an extravagant online presence to be able to do online lead generation.
Okay. So it's like in earlier days, we used to maybe distribute pamphlets or just get information on a register. We now do it with an online form.
Absolutely.
And get the information.
Like
okay.
Totally.
And then we get the information and then we can contact those users, those people who have filled their information through calls or through any offline activity that we already been doing.
Excellent. So think of it, the moment somebody fills in the phone number and the email ID, you can get a real-time email or an SMS on your mobile device that so-and-so person, his name is this, his email ID is this, his phone number is this, is interested in your product or service. And you can just call back the customer and you can ask that person to visit your site. By site, I mean your offline site, and complete the purchase.
Okay.